Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy joy. Happy Thursday. So happy to be here. So happy to see you all. Let's see who's here. I know Margie's here. Had a little chat beforehand. There's Margie. Hello, Margie. How's it going? It just started raining here. Like it just barely started raining. Made me think of your comment there. Internet's going in and out. Hopefully it'll stick with us a bit. Hi, Glynis. How are you? Jello. Hi, Linda. Happy to see you. Let's see who else has come in. Nobody else has come in. I made a mini, of course. Used a quarter sheet of 8.5 by 11. Nice. Oh, better get the folios done. I got to take pictures of all of mine and put them in there. I am going to do that. I'm going to get a lozenge. Got that cough at hi, Linda. Dry throat or tickle or I don't know, whatever it is. I just hope it doesn't linger on forever and ever. People say that sometimes it does, but I'm feeling pretty good for the moment anyway. If you see me keep doing this, is like my skin is itchy everywhere, like just random weird, I don't know. So, hey, Laura, ta-da, Jello for everyone. Jello is good. Thank you for making the Jello. I just don't want lemon or orange. That just doesn't look very good right now. Thank you, Margie. I feel a ton better. I'm getting a little more comfortable going live with my face with you guys because I don't ever wear any makeup anymore. And I know you guys just like me for who I am and it doesn't really matter. But, you know, it's kind of weird not putting on any makeup when you feel like you're going to go out in the world. So, but you know what? I would rather spend that time crafting with you guys than putting on makeup. So not going to do it. Not going to do it. Only cherry or peach or raspberry is great. I don't think I've ever had peach Jello, but I always could do raspberry or strawberry. Seafood? Is that like seafood Jello? The best part of going to a buffet has been the job. A seafood buffet. Thank you, Laura. I do appreciate it. The only bad part about being here alone today is talking. So if you guys talk a lot, then I won't have to, right? Somebody needs to. Anyway, I got some Happy Mail. I got the cutest little bags in Happy Mail. I want to show them to you. Oh, should have taken them out of their little cellophane bags. Not sure who would take me to one. Glynis, who do you know that would take Laura to a seafood buffet? I would. Oh, you know what? I don't really ever worry about a buffet when somebody says they don't like something, because isn't that the whole point of the buffet? Is that they're going to have tons of different stuff, variety. So you don't have to have anything you don't like. In fact, the more people in your party, the better that a buffet is, because everybody can get something that they like. Check this out. Isn't this just adorable? Little glassine bag with a little bird on it and a charm. The charm is a feather on a bulb pin, and she even put a little eyelet on there. And this one is like a recycled paper sack. It's a little bit bigger. I can go farther out. That looks like a napkin with a butterfly on it and some trim. Again, she put an eyelet on there. It's really precious. And a bead and a butterfly charm. I'll show you these again from the other camera view too, but this one's a little bit larger. We have sacks like this. And look how pretty that lace is and this beautiful charm hanging down here. And it, even though this looks like it's a heavier charm, and it is because it's kind of two charms, it really holds up well, because once you put the glue on for the rice paper or the napkin right here, it stiffens it up. But these came to me from Wendy Blenish, who you know is the Papered Rooster. And She made them, and I just think that they're adorable. And I think that they would be a wonderful mass make because all sizes, all different themes. You know, we've all got scraps of, or not even scraps, maybe a whole piece of napkin or a whole piece of rice paper, and you're not sure what to do with it. These make gorgeous things to put into journals. They can be floating. They could be paper clipped on. They could be glued onto the page right here so they stay in place and you stick things in them. And so we decided we were going to do a mass make. And actually, Wendy was going to be here. Wendy was going to be here to teach it herself, so I could just make along and read chat. But you know how life is. So she had to pivot at the last moment and take care of some things. So I'm going to teach it. Not much to teach. You guys already know how to do everything. So did I miss anything? Laura, is Laura still going on and on about seafood? Laura, we'll be sure to go to a seafood buffet whenever I see you. Chicken Collage. I'm not familiar with chicken Collage. The only glassine I have is tiny stamp envelopes. Oh, those are perfect. Those are so cute. Oh, I have a million little bags. Yep. 500,000. If only there was someplace I could buy it online. I have little bags just now. They don't have to be glassine. Only here this one was glassine. This is recycled paper. That thicker recycled paper. This is just a regular sack that you sometimes get something in. I'm going to show you some, and some of you will go, oh, yeah, I have those. Uh-oh, Sarah possibly has COVID. I hope not. I hope not. All right, hang on just a second. I'm going to flip the camera around, and I'm going to show you. I'll set these here because we'll look at them again in a minute. But some of you are going to go, oh, yeah, I have those because I got them from Marianne sale. This is my box of bags, box of sacks. And there's ones from restaurants. These will be perfect for that because I can put something on that will cover up whatever and glue it down to the page. These from restaurants. Little paper ones. I'm going to pull one of a bunch of different things out. There's a little glassine one. I don't have a bunch of glassine ones. I got a bunch of little pocket sacks here, but I don't have a lot of glassine ones. I'm only going to pull out ones that are solid. If they already have, well, not necessarily solid, but if it already has like this, I'm not going to do anything over the top of that yet because I'm not sure what I want to do. How about these? Some of you have gotten these from my sale. Ooh, I'll bet we could find something pretty to go on that one. I'm really not crazy about that design, so I'll bet we could find something pretty to cover it up. I'm so sorry that she's already had it and may have to have it again. Okay, a lot of you have these. I know you have these. So if you haven't done anything with these paper bags, pull those out. All right, I'm sorry, unicorn lovers, but I don't know what to do with these unicorn bags. So I'm going to pull those out and pull one of them out and see if I can cover. Ooh, cover that beautiful unicorn. It is really a cute unicorn. I just don't know what to do with it because it's not going to fit into a junk journal. I don't have any sweet little unicorn lovers to make stuff for right now. From Chili's. Do something on those. There's just little brown ones. There's more from Chili's. Oh, here's another one from a restaurant. I see there's all kinds. There's just all kinds. One of these might be fun, having the gold in the background. And if I get through all those, I'll come pull some of these out as well. Because there is plenty more in here. There is polka dot and diagonal and all kinds. Oh, what the heck? Let's put one of those too. Okay. And here's some just plain solid brown ones. So we will start with that. I will start with that. Who is going to make with me today? can't get that. There we go. I actually was making a prototype for one of our coming up events. Always think of feather wings for Pegasus. Oh yeah, unicorn with wings. I hadn't thought about that. Unicorn with wings is Pegasus. Okay. Fluffy's kind of dense. Fluffy cut them. But, so Margie is, Glynis is, Laura, I'm sure you're working. Linda, you playing along with us today, or you watching? Maybe do it later. Okay, so let's just set these aside for a moment. There's a selection of little bags or sacks or whatever they are. And let's kind of break this down. And so she's got pieces of napkin. She's used pieces of rice paper. And she's used some trim and lace, ribbon. You could do a rub-on. This was part of the napkin, but you could do a rub-on. Actually, that's a rice paper. Or flat embellishments that aren't going to get in your way. You could do a stencil. You could take a white one like this and do some stenciling over it and then put something on it, and the stenciling will show through the napkin very lightly. So, all right, I am, excuse me. I did not pull any specific, is this, oh, I wanted the scraps. Hang on, that's rice paper, but I want my scraps of rice paper. I grabbed the wrong bag. So let me grab the scraps. It's got scraps of rice paper and scraps of napkin all in it. And everybody's always asking, what do you do with all the scraps of rice paper and napkin? And this is one of those things that is perfect because you can't use more than a small piece. And I'd really rather use the scraps than start with something large and have to tear it down again. So to put the piece on, we can tear around it, or, oh, how are we going to do this and not make a total mess on this table? We're not, are we? I heard that. You're not. You're going to make a total mess. We could tear around it, or we can take a water pen. That might be kind of cool with the gold shining through it. Let's see. Oh, here's some from Casa Granada. Did I not pull? I didn't pull out a big, just brown. Let's see how. That is kind of large, even for to put in a journal. Work, and also under orders to not stop belly rubbing. Flooful. Oh, that's hilarious. I know, they look at you like, don't you dare stop. Maybe this would work on white too. Really like the envelope there, and then the pomegranates with it. So what I do like, okay, so before you get started gluing that on, let me offer one tiny suggestion that I told myself don't forget to grab. And I didn't forget, I just didn't grab it. So let's see. I can find one right here. I keep a pouch full of pieces of, oh, you know, that's probably the worst part of this whole thing is just my brain is not always working. Can't help it. It's, is that what they call COVID brain? Oops, it did not. Okay. I might have to cut one down. Oh, they're small ones. Okay. These are, goodness gracious, what are they? They're pieces of what? Not cellophane. what is that plastic that everything comes wrapped in, packaged in? Packaging plastic? No, but there's a name for it. You know what I'm trying to say. And it's not coming out. But that's okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Acetate. Thank you. Acetate. I keep all these acetates from packaging. Because not only are they good for like specimen cards or specimen windows, but they are great for something like this, which I use even more frequently. So if you're gluing onto this, take a piece of acetate and stick it inside, please. I wonder if I have one just tiny bit wider than that. Nope, I'm not going to bother going through that. What I'll do, I'm going to take that all the way to one end and put it inside that fold. Okay, and then I'll take another, I got some long ones here. I'll just take a long one and stick it all the way to this end inside the fold. Yeah, always keep the acetate. This is primarily what I use it for, is to keep things from sticking to things they are not supposed to stick to. So I'm going to put rice paper or napkins down on here, and what I don't want is for that adhesive to go through here and glue the bag together. I won't. Yeah, I know nobody's ever done that before, right? Never, ever, never have I, never, ever have I ever. However that game goes. This is really thick rice paper. Like, oh, it seems way thicker than what it normally is. But I am liking it. Seems like it would not tear apart as easily as I'm decoupaging it on when I get hard-handed, heavy-handed, and have a lot of glue on it. I don't even care if it rips. You don't either, because you know we'll just decoupage it down. So this is from Casa Granada, and this would be really nice on a large bag like this, so we get that whole letter in, and some pomegranates. Love pomegranates. That would be good. Yeah, I can't think. Well, good vitamin C. Good vitamin C right now, but also good. What else? What's the other thing that they have? Oh, come on. Wow, I really hadn't even realized how much of COVID brain I had. And I just cannot get the words out today. They're just stuck. They're just kind of stuck. So, even if it has pomegranate on it, you still can't eat it. Oh, what was the word I was just looking for? Now I can't remember what that was. I'm trying to use up some containers that are almost empty, and this is Collage Gel, Stamperia Collage Gel. It comes in a tub, and it also comes in this squeeze bottle, which I really like. I generally use the tub when I'm putting, collaging or decoupaging something down, but this is almost empty, and it's really not that big of a space, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Let's see, right direction. That would be the right direction. I'll do it like that. And if I have to tear a little more off, I can. This one can get decoupaged together. Okay. That sticks up above, so I could leave it there. Or I can tear a little bit off. Doesn't really even matter. I'll tear some of the sack off with it when I go. Well, Margie, this is a really good, easy way to use the rice paper without getting, this major mess going on with decoupaging everywhere. I say that as my glue is leaking because I'm set it on its side. Really don't have to get a major mess. A lot of times when I put this down, if I put enough on underneath it, I don't go over the top of it like this. But this one, I only put a little bit underneath it, and I'm going to go over the top of it. But I don't always seal it in over the top. I don't think it always needs to be. But I do think on the sacks, these little bags, that because that adhesive will all dry and go kind of stiff, that it will help give it some structure and make it stronger. So part of the reason why I'm doing it over the top, to give it that extra strength. Okay, now if there's other things that I want to glue on here, then I can go ahead and glue them at the same time. Why not? If I need to add a different type of glue, if I want to punch a hole, I can wait and until that dries. I could put a bulb ring in. I don't have to punch a hole and put an eyelet. That's really pretty just by itself. What does this need? Let's see. I do have just a ton of scraps of lace and trim in here. Let me see if I can bring this over where I can actually get to it without knocking a bunch of stuff. Tons of scraps of ribbon and lace. And so I think the more of these things that I can put a scrap on today, the better off I am. At least the more I'll get them out of here and onto there. That's for sure. That's a really pretty piece of lace. Keep that out, pull that off, but just one little piece. Oh, here's some sari silk. Sari silk would be pretty. Could actually put that up this way as if it's tying it up, and then put, I don't have a little pomegranate embellishment. They can have many purposes. Petting, collage, fashionable, cat blanket. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, pets are great for all the things. Oh, you know what would be pretty on here too? I didn't even think to pull out is some of our little lace clusters that we made. Those would be really pretty. I'm almost feeling like this would be pretty with something across the top, like Wendy did here. It's just the right thing. This is really pretty and dainty. It could use something bigger. That's very, very old. I think it's tatting. I'm not positive. I just know that it's ancient. There's not much left. So the bag is white, but this is very aged and vintagey inside. So that is your challenge is to find the thing that goes with both. And I'm sure we will. There's a ton of things in here to look through. Let's see which side is right. That's the right side. Okay, that's just the perfect length. It's not very wide, but it is just the perfect length. I like the perfect length because that just means that there's no leftovers to clip off and put back in here. Let's see if there's anything else that is. So what if, that's kind of furry. Oh, I do have some bias tape. I have some more of that. What if this guy went across here and then got a bulb pin and hung this with a charm or something in front of it? I'm looking for, here we go. Put a little charm with it. Which direction does it want to go? This way, I think. Hang that with, I know there's some charms Let's see. A leaf would be good because the pomegranates. Anybody ever had a pomegranate tree? We had in Arizona, we grew pomegranates. It wasn't so much a tree as like a giant bush, but they're really cool. But we had a friend who had lived on this property that the trees were just old. They'd been there forever. And he had two giant like my maple tree size. It's huge. Pomegranates right there in his yard. That was absolutely amazing. I'd never seen a tree. I'd only known it as a bush. And to see him that big and producing. Obviously, they'd been around a long time and grown. I cannot get hold of that little... There we go. Maybe. It keeps disappearing. There we go. Okay, so what if we do... Is that the front? That's the front right there. So what if we go through that first? Can't see. And then we go through that. And then we got to glue this down. I'll bet this collage gel would work just fine. Let's try it. Why not? Just going to put a nice thick line of collage gel right there. Oh, I love only going to cut off just such a tiny bit that I give myself permission to throw it away. Or maybe I won't even cut it off. Drive you crazy. See, not even enough that I could keep. Okay. And then I think the key is setting them somewhere so they can just dry on their own accord, take their own sweet time. And after they do, then this will be stiffer and it'll be really pretty. All right, we got to go faster than that, Marianne. That was a little long for the first one. All right, you knew I couldn't do that. I have to cut that off. Really nothing on that end. Okay, so, it'd be great to be able to stand it up while it's drying. Maybe I can. Maybe I can put it like this and put it over the top of something to dry. That would be awesome. And actually get this off of the glue. Actually, I hear you, Margie. I heard you. I will go ahead and take that off until that's dry on. So it won't weight it down and pull it, keep it from attaching. Okay. And I'm going to put it like this over a bottle of Barely Art. There we go. Okay. One down. 25 to go. Okay, so let's see. Let's got the gold one. We've got a little brown one. And we'll pull out this little Chick-fil-A one. Is that Chick-fil-A? No, it's not. It's Zupa's. That's their berry. Zupa's soup and salad. They give you a chocolate dipped strawberry with every meal, and I love that. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have? What do we have different from Casa Granada? Back to the bag. Oh, scraps. I'm going to stick those back in there. I'll try to let you see kind of what's in here. We have a craft brown, white. I could cover both sides or end up gluing that down. And the white with gold stripes. So something has got to jump out that would be pretty with the white with gold stripes behind it. Got something like that. That might be really pretty. And man, I feel really clammy. Really clammy. I haven't really had much of a temperature through this whole thing, which is amazing and wonderful. Not complaining in the least. Okay, I'm looking for something that would be good on that little brown bag, something that would be pretty. Yeah, there's lots of little pieces. I might even just collage something together. I wonder, there was a bee napkin that I used for something else. I'm just looking to see if I can find any bits or pieces of that one. Oh, here's some things from Savannah. That would be pretty. Yeah, let's do one of those. Okay, so let's start with that guy. Here is a rice paper from Savannah. I made some embellishments with it, with single ones, and put them on I think on bulb pins to hang. Man, the sunset would be really pretty, wouldn't it? Ooh, so would this little one that says journal. Of course, the tree would be great. Well, you know, I'm going to have more than one of these. I can do a lot more than just one of them. So I'm just going to start tearing apart. You can cut these, but y'all probably know that rice paper and napkins, if you tear it, because there's so many little fibers in there, if you tear it, when you collage it down, it's going to blend into your paper, your background, whatever you're collaging it onto, much nicer. If you cut it, then when you collage it down, you will see that straight edge right where it ends. So it's like you glued a picture on, straight edge. And if you want it to just kind of blend in like it's a part of it, then you want to tear it, or use a water brush, which is also tearing it. Different way to tear it. But yeah, I think that journal would be really cute right there. I'll bet that would be cute at an angle too. But doing it like that, then it is at an angle. I do kind of like it not being perfect on the square though. So it's crooked. We're going to make it even more crooked. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, Glennis sent her first one. Okay, Glennis, let me put this one down and I'll pull it up. I know Glennis is fighting the throat thing too, the coughing. So gave her a break. Let her beat me in how many she can make instead of having to be on here to read chat out loud. Only one of us needs to be straining our voice if we're both dealing with that. Okay, I like this little square on here a lot. I think I'm going to try to pull out some more of these little tiny ones and put the rest of those Savannah squares. They're perfect. They are absolutely perfect for this. And love this little brush. I can't brush. It's a silicone spatula is what it is. I cannot tell you how much I love this. I guess it's not that I hate washing brushes or cleaning brushes so much. I forget. I just forget. And I'll set it down, I'll walk away, and I'll come back, and darn it, my brush is just destroyed. Yeah, I still do go try to wash them, and that's even a worse pain than doing it right when you use it. But I didn't put anything inside this one because it's pretty thick craft, and I don't think that it is going to go through and glue it together. I will double check it right now, though. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put those back there. That one's kind of long, fibery. I'm going to pull those right out. Yeah, I just really hate coming back and knowing that and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some fiber like this. When it's done, I'm going to wind it around and around, put a little knot and something dangling from that. That'll be super cute. Okay. Yeah, so I can come back to this one and it's dry and I just bend it so it cracks somewhere, and then I just peel it off and I am ready to go. I think I need to get these in multiple sizes. So I can do everything with them. I'm going to do some more of these with Savannah because that was awesome. That was awesome and fast to get that down. And these are going to be gorgeous on here. It's a perfect backdrop. Little black bags might be great too. I don't know how dark that would look going through there. That would probably be just fine. But either way, these little craft colored ones are perfect. So I'm going to do a few more of those while I've got Savannah right here. Margie, did you make a little Savannah journal or a bunch of little cards or something? Or a bunch of ephemera? I know you really liked Savannah. Oh, I'm going to pull up Glynis's. Let's see what the first one she made. Okay, Glynis, you got to do some big ones and some small ones. I will too. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, that's pretty. That's gorgeous, Glynis. That is really pretty. Look at that. She's got doily and lace and a bow and more lace down here and the flower embellishment, and the flower has gold foil around it too. That's really pretty. Gorgeous, Glynis. Always. They always are. Margie's working on one. Nice. Oh, you're working on one of the Savannah. Cool. I thought you might be. I'd really like to see it when you're done. But I didn't know if you were making a bunch of ephemera and maybe some teeny tiny books, or if you were making a journal, a smaller journal, but using more of this stuff up. I've not seen anybody's completed projects with Savannah, I don't think. Of course, we didn't do anything together where I used Savannah, except right now. I'm really loving these on here, on this little bag. They're perfect. But the more I look at it, the more I really want to do a journal or an album. I'm not sure which one with Savannah on it. There's some just really beautiful images in Savannah. Okay, I'm just going to let it wrap around where there's extra. Who knows? Eventually, maybe I'll put one on the back too. I don't know. Got to watch with my glue here that I don't go way up over the top. Okay, that's going to be super cute. I'm going to get all my little glue bottles with bags on them. Then I won't be able to get to them. Yeah, that's pretty. Got to get this torn edge. Get some of this huge border off here. Wild animals. I am grateful for light COVID and for feeling a lot better. And I know it's not done yet, but even if it hangs on like this, I can function. I can at least function like this. I'm trying to throw these away as I go. And what is that? Sometimes you get this fiber that just won't tear. And if I grab it and pull it or try to break it, I end up tearing right down the middle of my image every time. So I'm just going to cut that one giant fiber off there with my scissors. Wild animals. Margie got distracted. Started with ephemera, which is sometimes the funnest part to start with, right? Thank you. It is nice to feel better. Although, as I said, I know that I certainly didn't have it as bad as even some of you that I've watched go through it. So I'm grateful for vaccines, if that's what kept me from having it worse. I will say also, of all of my family that all got it at the same time, I think I've had the lightest case. So for that, I'm very grateful. My mom, still not sick, still perfectly fine. And we're perfectly fine with that. It's just mind-boggling that she's the one we were worried about. She's 86 and immunocompromised, and she didn't even get it. At least not yet. Still not to this point. So Okay. There's one with the wild animals, the lions. Let's put that over the Stamperia craft glue. And what else have we got right here? The rhino, the zebra, les zebra. Too many ideas, not enough time. I know. I like Debbie's idea. I keep telling her if she will get a poll, not a poll, what do you call them? You know, everybody signs to get something passed. If she will get a petition going, I'll be the first to sign it. Petition Congress to change days and make days, what was it, 36 hours? And we only need 30 hours. No. Wow, brain. 36-hour days, and we only need 6 hours to sleep. So that gives us 30 hours of daytime for crafting time, right? Better even. Margie, if your keyboard's still working better than my brain today, so I knew what you meant. Oh, even autocorrect is doing better words than my brain today. That's pretty sad, huh, Marge? Yeah, 6 hours to sleep, 30 hours to craft. I think we should petition Congress for that. Yes, for sure. Because there isn't enough time to do all the things that we want to do, much less all the things that we have to do, need to do, or should do, need to do, should do, but don't. Would we fit them in some of that extra time? That's the question. That is the question. But how do we petition the sun without it burning us? I don't know, Laura. You're the scientist. You figure that out, and we'll follow you right down that road. You know we will. Put that over the top of a ruler. I like this one. The sun. And I'm going to keep that. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I love the colors. So I'm going to keep that for something else. There's one of those giant fibers that is just not going to... I'll end up ripping the whole thing. So I just cut the fiber, the one fiber. Problem is I waste a lot of time. Well, I guess waste is all irrelevant. If you're doing what you want with it, if you're enjoying it, then I guess it's not a waste. If after it's over you say, dang it, I just lost all this time and I really wanted to get this and such accomplished, I didn't do anything, well, then it probably is wasting it. So only you can say what the truth of that is, just like only you can prevent forest fires, Margie. It is all up to you. Only you. Only you. Oh, man. Yeah, there is no singing with this throat. I'll end up in a coughing spasm. Only you. Okay, that is pretty. That sun. That's pretty cool. Let's put that over another ruler. There we go. All right. Is there another? There actually is a couple. We'll do the rhino for sure. But what about that? What is that? Is that like a coffee bean? Or a bean of some kind, the center of it opened? Does anybody know? It kind of looks like a seed of some kind, which could be a bean seed. It could be a seed of a tree. I just don't know. But I'm going to get these rhinos right here. So my mom's been wanting to go on a girls' trip by the end of the year. Just her and her daughters go somewhere, have some fun. And after this last week, I said, well, now you understand why I'm not real anxious to get on a plane. I don't know. I love to fly. I love traveling, going exploring other places, but I just feel like, especially if it's a long flight, that would be even worse, that the whole time that we're on the flight, we're going to be, we'll have no option But to breathe in the air that is coming out of everybody else's mouth, say air loosely, you know what I mean, being recirculated over and over again. So literally breathing in every germ that everybody else in the plane has. There's a time we didn't even think about that. It really wasn't even a big deal. Didn't even think about it. If I had, I think I'd have been masking up for many years because it just sounds horrible. If you look at everybody on the plane and you think, would I kiss them? No. Why do I want to breathe the air that is inside them? I don't know. But that's my concern, is that it seems like every time one of my family members flies somewhere, they get COVID. So not super excited. Jello, Sylvia. How are you? Couldn't be getting me to fly right now for $1 million. You have all that edging left. You could bunch of vertical lines with that. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I just, like I said, I'm not excited at all about flying somewhere right now. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I might even go on the gold one. I would like to know what this is if somebody knows. Is it a pod, a seed pod? I mean, it doesn't look like an egg. You know, they're with the animals were there, but then those are all mammals anyway, so there would be no egg. She's really been wanting to go to Cape Cod, and it's like 10 hours. So, 10 hours, we're going to be breathing in a lot of gunk. And then by the time you get there, you've already had a day's incubation period. And if you get sick within the next 2 days, you're going to spend a good chunk of your vacation just sitting in a hotel room feeling sick. I'd rather do that at home than in a strange hotel room and waste the time. But more, I just don't want to get sick. This is bad enough. I don't want to do it again. Let me tear around these birds. I think that was Glynis that I heard come into my chat, and I will get her project and show you. I don't know. You think I could do more of these today than Glynis could? I just glued the images down on those. I haven't really done anything else for decorating them, but I could figure that out. And so when they're all dry, which shouldn't take very long, actually, I should be able to whip them out. Okay, I think like that. I think that's pretty good. Those birds look really cool with the gold behind them. I'm determined to use up the rest of this collage gel. And I keep thinking there's hardly anything left. And then I squeeze it and it's like there's more and more and more. Let's see. Even before COVID, my husband always said he came off planes with the start of a cold. Yeah, but we still didn't think about masks. I know. Why didn't we ever think about masks? I don't know. It wasn't part of the culture. I mean, it is now part of the culture. You wouldn't look weird to have a mask on now, or I dare say any time in the future from now. But not, I mean, we might have looked weird, but I didn't even think about it. So never even got to the point of saying, I look weird. Do I care? Just never even thought about putting a mask on. But yeah, always feeling like you're getting sick when you get off the plane. I think that's pretty common. Oh no, don't fall upside down. Of course it fell upside down. Oh man. That looks dirty right there. Probably fell right in the dust pile. I swept up the floor, brought it over, put into the trash can, but there's always that bit of stuff that you can't get up into the dustpan, and I didn't want to go drag the vacuum in, so it's got actual outdoor particles in it. Oh man. Well, I will do something else on that. Let's see, what else do we want to do on that? I want to cover up the cherish or the bless, like the birds. We could do a small kind of a you know, cluster-like thing over here. Let's see if I've got any more pieces of stuff that would work. It's kind of small. Let's see what it says. That would work. Hey, KK. Just part of the decoration. I can't breathe either, Margie. That's why I would totally just as soon stay home for another year than have to wear a mask. But it's not that I refuse to if I do go outside, but I feel stupid now. But when we went to St. George, I didn't even think about a mask because all the events we went to, all the things we went to were all outside. Well, just because they're outside, there's still people around and coming and going. And, you know, it's not like you're not exposed to people just because you're outside. It's just, it's kind of weird how that it's a different mindset. Okay, we're outside. We're not sitting in there, you know, breathing in each other's face. So didn't think about a mask. Oh, well, my fault, and I pay for it, right? Let's see. I think that side's the right side up. And that side. It's going to need more stuff in between it. Probably be good to put a little Fabri-Tac in between some of these layers, huh? Maybe I can find a pretty vintage button. I've got this cut on my finger. Looks like a paper cut, but boy, that's a horrible place. I don't remember cutting it at all last night. I'm like, this hurt. Oh, there's a little cut there. I mean, you know, you usually get a paper cut. You know it. I know it. I know when it happens, and it's frustrating, but I didn't see it happen. I don't remember feeling it ever happening. All of a sudden, all I know is that my finger hurts right there, right where it bends. Like a son of a gun. All right, we need one or two more small things on that. We could use some of that. I think I do have some cool vintage buttons that might work. So we'll put that one coming out there. And put that one coming out there. Okay, now let's see. Lid buttons are right behind me, so let's grab them and see. Okay, that's pretty thick paper too, but I'm wondering, yeah, oh good. Okay, I didn't think it'd go through, and then I just got thinking, you know, maybe I should put acetate in there anyway, but social vegan, avoid meat. That was good, Margie. That was really good. I think there's some down in here that would probably look pretty cool. Where's the top to this one? Let's get some of the glue out of the way. Yeah, I'm totally okay going back to being a social vegan. That suits me just fine. Trying to make sure all these things are out of the way. Okay. It's almost like a little bird nest up there, isn't it? I'm going to need to dump this into a little container, or I'm going to be pushing aside buttons to try to work around them. All right, container nearby that isn't full in use. This one's got holes down the side. Let's see how far we get without buttons flying through the holes. just put some in here and take a look at those. Let's see what we've got. Is that blue? Yep, that is blue. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Oh, wow, look at that. That's the side. That is kind of cool. What do you think about that one? Oh, there's one that's pretty cool. That looks like a wooden lollipop. I'm not a lollipop, lifesaver. A wooden lifesaver. Here's a couple more. I wanted to just get to the white ones right there. Okay. Got that one. That's a really old one too. Would work. So I'll bring them up closer to the camera, but that one would work. The white one would work. I kind of like the dark better. Ties in with the dark of the birds. Okay, this one would work. This one, maybe you can't see it, but it has a lot of texture. Now it looks like a donut with caramel glaze across the top or something. Ties in with that dark color, but also has some real texture to it. It might be too much though. And here's one. This one is so old. It is chipped and cracked, and it's a little bit flatter. What do you think about that one? Let's see here. Please don't be so hard on yourself. The world life is evolving faster than our checklists. Very true. They need to double check our checklists ever evolving. Yeah, maybe a red button to match the berries. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's see what we have here. Checklist? I'm supposed to have a checklist? Nope. Nope, Margie. Not required. Don't do it. Once you have a checklist, people expect you to check things off. Just check them off. That doesn't mean you have to do them. Just today, looking for green, bundled sage, jade green, crushed olive. All I wanted was green. Really, Sylvia? Wonder what you're working on. Someone is hungry. Glasses, wallet, mask, chapstick, keys. Chapstick, keys, planner, phone, dog. Oh, and husband too. Yep. Okay, wait a minute. Glennis sent another one, and I want to see that one. Ooh, that is gorgeous. It's purple, and I like it a lot. Words are a great idea to put on there. I recognize that napkin. That is super pretty, Glennis. I like that a lot. Great use of that napkin, by the way. Okay, let me find a red. And Laura, you can see which is better. The dark brings out the dark of the birds. But yeah, these little red berries, they would be good to emphasize. Didn't even catch that. So good eye. Look at that. It's a steering wheel button, which would work. But there's also, well, that's kind of cool. That's very flower-like. Was kind of thinking of something darker. That's flatter. It kind of has the image of a flower. Okay. So here's the red for the red berries. There's one. I'll wait till it comes up on YouTube. I can see it. Oh, wow. I can see it so much better on YouTube than even on StreamYard. Maybe if I turn the light up, on my computer. But okay, so there's one. And here is another one. This is more of a brown red than a red. Definitely a different look. Let's see. That is a lot more brown than red. And then there's this one, which is the red steering wheel. That is actually a steering wheel. All right, let's see. What do you think? Yeah, Laura, I agree. That was really beautiful, the purple one. I've looked at that purple napkin a bunch of times. I hadn't found the right thing to use for, and that was good. Okay, so which red do you think? The steering wheel or the flower look, kind of, sort of, whatever that is. I don't know what it's supposed to be. The first one of those three, like number one best. Okay, that's this one. That is that one. Of the red, right? Not the black or the dark, whatever it is. Okay. You both who voted for the same one. So I'm going to go with that one. And we're going to give it a little Fabri-Tac. I should have thread in it, so it looks like it's been used and cut off of something, and then just glue it down instead of having to sew it down to make it look sewn. That's a really good in front of the TV thing. Just double up the thread in your needle and then just go down and up and tie it off, or one more time if you feel the need to, depending on how big the holes are. Tie it off and snip it, and you've got buttons that have thread left in them, so that when you use them, they've got the thread already. That's cool. Thanks for that suggestion, Laura. I love that idea of picking up the red on the berries. That was perfect. Okay, so we didn't deal with that one yet. White one. Let me put these back in. I'll do something with those a different time. Okay. I think so far, let's see. Yeah, we've used napkin and rice paper. I don't care what it is. If it's a scrap in here, I want to use it. So, let's see. That one has a cool gold border that I could leave on, and that's like putting a piece of trim around it. Okay, so we're going to use that edge. And that should be plenty long. That'll work. Now I want to tear the top and the bottom. Yeah, some of them tear really nice with the grain, and some of them don't at all. I want to tear the bottom up, but I don't want to tear off that little gold trim there. I think that's kind of cool. So how is that? Is that okay if I leave that on? Looking at YouTube. No, I don't know. I think it needs... Hey, Dawn. How are you? Good to see you. We are decorating some cute tiny bags like Wendy from the Papered Rooster did. I showed hers that she sent me, and I've made a whole bunch. Glennis has made 2. We've showed some pictures there. Using my scraps is like taking one drop from the ocean to quench my thirst. I know, Margie, but isn't that one drop so much more satisfying than the whole cup that's sitting next to you? It's crazy. Using one scrap and making it look cool in something, so it really does look good. There is the biggest satisfaction of having used that scrap and not letting a piece of that go to waste. That kind of always cracks me up. All right, I think Glennis has got another one. Give me a second here. Oops, I didn't put any on top. I put it all on the bottom. And then my spatula is going to stick to the top. And then I'm just going to rip up that napkin instead of spreading that out nicely. Whoop, look, I did it already anyway. I do tend to get a little heavy-handed. All right, I'm going to have to put something right there because tore the napkin. Gonna put something on it anyway, but now we know it needs to go there. Try to go a little bit lighter. That was light. So sometimes you barely have to touch it, which makes it a little difficult to work with. Okay, while that takes a minute to kind of set, let's go find Glynis's. Oh my goodness. Wow, Glynis, that is really super pretty. That is really cool. That is very cool. Oh, ooh, caught the phone, lost the silicone spatula. Right to the ground. So guess what's now going to be covered with Lucy hair and all the little fuzzies off the ground. Okay, while this is still wet and we've got that here, I want to see if I can find something red. I could put a little bit of this right over. Of course, it should kind of sort of be the same part of the thing. Right over like that. And tear up the part next to it, trying to blend it in. Oh my goodness. Something's still going over it. So, all right, I want something gold. I want something gold. So I'm looking for some gold trim. I've got this white lace with gold. Does that work? Let's see. I'm waiting for it to come up on YouTube. Oh, Sylvia, I've still got the rickrack. The rickrack with gold. That white lace with gold trim isn't bad. Here's some gold cording. Now making me think, why don't we use more than one of them? Especially because we have the gold cording. Sometimes you use a scrap and then the other scraps get scared, and I swear they make more scraps out of nothing. Oh no. I'm going to toss that one. Let's see here. I just stuck my hands in that Collage Gel right there, and that did not feel very good. I don't like sticking my hand in sticky between my fingers when I'm not actually playing with it and making something. It wasn't sitting right there on the... I keep going off camera. I'm sorry. Keep bringing it close to me. It takes so much energy to get it out here. Okay, so I'm not sure what we're doing here. Maybe I should have tied that in with it. You know what? Not what I was going to do, but maybe I should tie all three together. Have the big one around it, and then the rickrack, and then this teeny tiny one on the inside of it. I'm going to do that. Don't ask me what I'm doing or how it's going to work, because I really don't know. I'm just playing. Just playing. It's the best way to do it. Just play with something. I'm going to take all three of these of the same length, roughly, and hope I got enough, because if I didn't, then it's too bad. So sad. I don't mind getting sticky, like if I'm doing collage and I'm doing that on purpose, but I mind when I set this down here and then I go move something or just set my hand in it and it goes between my fingers, and now I get sticky all over my hands, and I'm not even having fun collaging with it. That's what I don't like about it. I don't mind getting sticky if it's on purpose doing stuff. All right. Do you think that has a right and a wrong side? Wrong. Right. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Well, let's hope this works, because I don't want to have to do this again with whatever. Okay. So I'm putting a small, medium, and large ribbon or tie or something together of some sort. And I'm just tying them so they stay. Then I'm going to make sure that the small is on the medium and the medium is on the large. I know it's going to get messed up, but it's okay. I can fix it again later, and then make a loop like I'm tying a shoe. All right, this one needs to turn around, and let's put I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm just going to try it. Can't hardly keep them together. That's my biggest problem right now. Maybe I just need to do it, and then once they're in place, just pull the individual ones. Okay, that worked. Other than I didn't leave a very long tail on that side. All right, let's turn up some of these long. That could stay, that could stay. That's kind of big and bulky. Maybe I didn't need that initial knot in there, but it held it together. By now I would have tossed it to the floor and stomped out of the room. Oh, I felt like it, Margie, but I couldn't. Because you're here. I have an obligation. Okay, that side looks better. I know it's taking me longer too, because I'm just tired. How about that? That's good. Gold and white bow on the red and gold, whatever you call it. You know, that little bag that has my chocolate covered strawberry in it. They give you a chocolate covered strawberry in a roll with every meal you purchase. Yeah, so it's like, 110 in St. George today. So I'm glad we went last week. All right, and I can smash this some more. Once this is attached, I can take my scissors or bone folder and put it on the knot here. Put it on the knot and then just smash it down. I'll do it with the palm of my hand when I get big white on it. That will smash the whole thing down. Stay exactly where it was, but smash it 1, 2, and 3 months will make a big difference if you don't want it sticking up quite so much. Okay, so let's see. Let's put this back on the Fabri-Tac. Is that, I guess that is right one. I don't know why that was apart, but okay. What other bags have we got here? Oh, we've got these long ones to deal with. Use us or don't. Hands are useful too. Oops, little parts and pieces. Ribs. And, oh, all these colored ones in here. Be pretty. You really think that's going to look like a Pegasus if I put some wings on it? I don't know. It's kind of pretty 5-year-old unicorny pretty, isn't it? The older I get, the less I have to do. That's it. That's exactly it. It's what I have to do. The older you get, the more you realize that there's very little in life that you have to do. Leaves you a lot of choices as what are you going to do or what do you want to do. That's pretty. what if we did a series with those two that would go in a book, hanging side by side or otherwise. And I was just thinking, does lavender go with that, the craft brown? But yeah, because it's all on this natural table, and I didn't look at how tall to make it, so I'll just take out, oh, whoops. I get really good at just tearing the whole napkin apart, aren't I? It's going to come apart in two anyway, because there's two separate bags. But you know, napkins and rice paper, you just don't even worry about them. Just hang on to all the pieces that you accidentally tear off, because all you have to do is get the paper wet with your medium and then press it into it, and it's good to go. Okay, that would be pretty right there. Let's stop that right there, and we can let it wrap around. This one, I believe, is going to probably need acetate. Was looking for the long skinny one. Not that one, the skinnier that went in with it. Thought it was right there. Well, gobs of chilies bag. Chilies. Sleeping Beauty Stamperia stuff. It might work. Oh, yeah. Didn't even think about that, Laura. Didn't even think about that. And you were right. You are absolutely right. Okay. So I'm going to fake it and hope that doing it on top, there isn't as much on the bottom to seep through. And I might need to go back and do some decorating of some of these. Okay. I do like getting that lavender right in the picture. Later, buddy, later. Later, Gator. Okay. I don't want to lay that gluey front down. Oh, it says I guess it. If I put that down in the back, that gusset will be glued closed. A lot of good that does, huh? So if I put it down in the gusset instead, then it can come up if it chooses to rear its pretty little head. You could attach those bags together and make it like a double tag. Oh, yeah. I don't know, I clip over a page or something. Yeah, that works too. I thought about that. I thought about clipping it on a page. I thought about even maybe trying to use it as a belly band. I've never thought about a belly band. Well, I've done belly bands with pockets and, you know, belly bands with a pocket and belly bands with those pockets that Law would alive. But don't know that I've ever searched it and gave it time to go find exactly what it wanted. We might have to do that. Oh, gosh, I'm tired. Feel really good, and then all of a sudden I just feel it hitting me. I'm grateful for feeling good hours, though, because it's really been up and down all day, every day. So I'll feel pretty good for a couple of hours, and then I feel sick for a couple of hours. And so I'd rather do that, I think, than just have like 5 days straight of horrible sick. and then 5 days straight of sunshine. I'd much rather do it this way. Ease into it. Alrighty, so Glennis, did you send me more? Yeah, it's just about time to rest, Margie. That it is. I'm liking this lavender on there, and you can see those words from Chili's through the sack. Let's see. This one too. Famous burgers, ribs, and fajitas, and it's got lavender all over it. Ha! That's kind of funny. Guess I could have put something that had more dark color than just white. There. Oh, you're doing a bigger one? Cool. Can't wait to see it. Let's see. Let me see what I have in here in napkin or rice paper for for unicorn. That's tissue paper. There's a pink butterfly that would go with the pink unicorn. The pink uniform. I mean, I could embellish her, but I still don't know what I'll do with a pink unicorn because it doesn't go with anything. There's some pretty pink roses. Red. That's pretty pink. Doesn't have to be pink. I guess if it's pink over the top of it, then you probably won't see it, is my thought. But it certainly doesn't have to be pink. And if there's nothing in here, then I've got that bag of new ones that haven't been torn up sitting next to me too. Here we go. Daydream. And if you see the unicorn through it, that'll be cool. Imagination has no limits. Dream. So I could put that there. Dream, imagine, inspire, create, do what you love. Or the face over here with imagination head. Oh, I'm going to do that. And then let's see if we see the unicorn at all through her. I could cut that square. I just put that whole thing on there square, and then I can just trim the edge and let this one be a straight line square. I haven't let any of the others be straight line square. Where does that put us if I do it like that? Perfectly lined up. Doesn't cover that though, and I kind of like it to cover the flap there. You could just take some of the excess and cover the flap. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. You always put something solid over and hide it completely. Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to put a solid piece of rice paper. I normally tear the edges, but I'm going to take this one all the way to the edge and then just let it cut straight line clean with it. Right, so I like this edge, so I'm going to use the edge. Now I want to not go any higher than this so that I can cut this straight line here. And I don't want to have to trim any or hardly any off of that edge because I really do like that edge. So all I need to do is just get that. Oh, I'm way down. I could go way higher. Good. Got plenty of time to move it with Collage Gel. Now I'm way high. I just heard thunder. And it's, I don't know if it was supposed to rain today or not, but it is. It's like the notification will say, you know, light rain coming at blah, blah, blah time. And we look out and there's nothing. You know, they'll say light rain shower stopping. Nothing. And then yesterday I heard thunder, even though there wasn't any rain, but I woke up this morning and it had rained a little bit through the night. Okay, this doesn't work as well on rice paper as it does on the napkin. Napkins are super thin, and I can put the collage medium on top of the napkin and it will go right through and adhere. But this rice paper is fairly thick and it's not going through with the same intensity that I'm confident it will actually stick it down. Here we go. Just like that. Don't actually like the pink showing around the eye. It looks a bit bruised to me. Oh, like right there? Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. It does. You know what? I can take care of that. I know how to take care of that. I know how to take care of a pink eye. Ooh, have you ever had pink eye? That's not a pleasant thing. All right. Now, okay, in a second I'm going to show you Glynis's. I know she's got another one done. Where are the scissors that are gooey that I haven't cleaned yet? I know they're underneath there. Shoot, I don't want to get another pair of gooey. I'm going to put something on top of them. Let's see if I can get to them. Bad enough to have to clean one pair of scissors, but I don't want to have to clean two. So, let me find that. There we go. I'll give it a second to start to dry while I pull up Glynis's large bag that she did. Ooh. Butterflies, flowers, and lace. Oh my. Look at that. That is pretty. That is gorgeous, Glynis. Love that a lot. Yeah, that's a bigger bag and a lot more embellishing. Look at the pieces of lace, the pieces of other fiber on there, the charms, the studs, the trim. Not to mention that pretty butterfly right in the middle with the beautiful studs going up its back. Very pretty. That's really pretty, Glynis. All of those looked really amazing. Okay. Some reason this just doesn't feel like it's going to be. If I do it this way, maybe I can see it, but it's gooey and it's not going to cut right if it's gooey. You know, it's. I can go back and trim it up later, even after it's dry. I just want this big piece out of the way so it doesn't just flop over and then glue to itself. And that I can wait and trim up later. But we do need to take care of her pink eye. Because that is not pretty. Well, that's pink too. So let's not add pink on top of the pink. Jeez Louise. But oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I was completely off screen. You can make rice paper or napkin, you can layer it and have it blend into itself. Layer it, have it blend into itself so it looks like it's all one layer. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Kind of lost her whole eye there, huh? I could have just taken a little piece and put it like just over her eyelid. But this also tells us that there's a face in there, but we can't see whose it is, which is kind of cool, artistically speaking. Ooh. We are getting to the end of this one. It'd be really nice to be able to finish that up. Okay, so we took care of, oh, you know what? We can see her eye through there. Nice. Okay, so as it dries, that eye should show up through there. And now because you only see this part, it looks like a pink flower. But that's really, I know, now I see it. It's the unicorn's mane that's pink. But you've got the inspirational thought over here. So that looks like a pink flower behind it. Definitely better. Okay, we'll do something with it too when it dries. Okay, I really want to try to use that up. And I really don't, ooh, the back is not bad. It's got the gold. I just don't care for this at all. Let's see what we can do with some black and white. Black and white or teal and white. That one's turquoise. This one's teal. It kind of looks like. Maybe not all three, but I'm going to see what. Zorro, make a mask for her. There we go. And the unicorn is silver. Silver was the Lone Ranger. Yeah. He might be kind of cool on that black and white one. Okay. And these yellow birds on turquoise, especially with that yellow trim down the side. Okay, and they can maybe be moved a little bit over there. All right, I like that. Let's hope I didn't tear that in the wrong place. I'll keep that one out just in case. And the teal stripes. What do we have for the teal stripes? They are green teal, not blue teal. When I put them up against this, which looks very blue turquoise against, that's the same one. That would be pretty on there though, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty on both of them. Let's do the same birds and see how it turns out on two different colors of blue. That'll be pretty. Okay. Hey, Gigi. Good to see you. Late or not, good to see you. We are making cute little bags. As soon as I put these three down, I'm going to grab all the ones that I made. That bag is just almost, we can get him on there. If we get his comb, we're only going to get down to here. We only need a bag that's like an inch bigger, and we could get the whole him. So I think that we should do the whole him on there. What do you guys think? I don't think we should get rid of the rooster and all this stuff down here. His feet. I think we can tear off this red trim so we don't have that straight line. So Monday Jumpstart, we are going to play with the new Stamperia vintage patinas, which we've all been dying to see what they look like, what they do, how they work. And I have a couple other new Minte, like vintage color like that I've never brought out that I think I will. And we'll do it the same. Yeah. Oh wow, wait, what, puppy? A sick puppy. Aw. I hope Smiley's feeling much better pretty soon. Poor guy. It's not fun for anybody to be sick. Poor puppy. Lucy's been so kind and patient with both of us being sick and laying around, not being as energetic and as we usually are. I love that animals can sense. I know they do when you're not feeling well. Yeah, I hope Smiley gets feeling better real soon. We are getting to the end of that jar of collage. Yay. I think I kind of like, well, I don't know. I like both. I think I kind of like the tub of Collage Gel better because I can just dip my spatula in and grab some. But I really do like this little pour spout here, the squeeze bottle, being able to just squeeze some on a very specific place where I want it. You know, put one thing on top of something to cover it up or anything like that. Works really well. And it's a pretty small opening, so I can stick it in and between and underneath. Other things like that as well. All right, let's see if we can get Mr. Rooster down. Thought that looked folded. Let's get that opened up. Usually when that happens, I don't have enough. Trying not to be this super heavy-handed. Well, not heavy-handed at all. You know, so it won't drag it and pull it. But even if I'm going super light, if I don't have enough Collage Gel on it, it's going to grab. It's going to grab the napkin. So make sure you have plenty. That's cool. Having the rooster on there with the, it looks like he's standing. It's not dry yet, but it looks like we're looking at him on the farm through the slat fence. Like we can see him standing on the other side of the fence. I think that looks pretty cool. Hopefully it dries and looks that way. That'd be neat. Let's see here. Oh, my cat says as if I'm eating cheese. I'm glad the cuppy doesn't like any kind of people food. Oh, wow. She'll sit and meow or stare at her bottle of treats for hours. Oh, wow. Oh, I do too, Don. I think that's a perfect bag for the rooster. Pretty strict rules about people food, but my spouse, well, the cats sure know who they can beg food from and who they can't. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm the one. I'm the spouse that Lucy knows who she can beg food from. But I always have to stop and look it up and see, you know, is it okay for her to even eat one bite? One day I gave her a grape. She was just begging for my grapes. I gave her a grape, one single grape, as I was asking Doug, can you please look up and see if dogs can eat grapes? So I gave her one grape. Look it up and find out even one grape can kill a dog. Great. Now I've done it. And then I got the look of death. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to give you the death grape. All right, this is kind of too wide. So what I'm going to do is take off the trim because I want that trim to go down this side. In fact, I've got more of it. I could put it down both sides if we wanted. I actually could go either side. Oh, did that get cut off down there? It did. So why is it so wide? Wow, it was even wider. Let's see if it's what we've got on. Just a little bit. Oh, don't stick to that one. She's already got pink eye. We don't need her to have blue eye too. Put these on so they won't stick to something won't stick to them as they're trying to dry. More here. Okay. All right, so, oh, that was quite wide. That was a fold. And being the same on both sides, that's why it was so wide, because it went around the fold. So it was the beginning of two separate panels. Hi, Tara Cecil. How are you? Is this your first time in? We're so happy to have you. Oh, so if you guys made, or if you didn't make, and you are going to later make some cute decorated bags, post them in the group, Happy Paper People on Facebook. And if you happen to not be a member of Happy Paper People on Facebook, hop on over to the group. The link is in the description box, and join us there. That's where everybody posts all the awesome things that they make. It's a private group, so they feel safe to post and know that only our group will see it unless they choose to post it somewhere else. And it's an amazing, supportive group of artists who just love creating. No competition. Community, not competition. That's our game, right, ladies? Community, not competition. That's just so important to me, because everybody's, even if we're all doing the exact same thing, everybody's is different, and everybody's is awesome. There is no competition, and there's enough room in the world for all of us. Okay, this is going to be cool when it dries. I promise you. It may look a little discombobulated and weird right now. This collage gel's just about out. Yay! But this is going to look really cool when it dries. Then I'll get over and catch up on chat. As long as I don't glue the bag closed, right? All right, so I need to make sure that the bird is on the bag over there, because this one can go over top of that border. Got plenty of collage gel underneath it. I forgot that this is a napkin, or I wouldn't have needed to put collage gel underneath it. The napkins are thin enough that you can lay them down and just put the collage gel on top. And they work great. The rice paper is thick enough that you do need something underneath to make it stick, and then follow it up with your whatever you're putting over the top of it. And not enough on the top to keep it from sticking to my spatula. So you see how you can layer napkins and rice paper and just have them blend into each other. So it still looks cohesive, and, you know, depending, it can still look like it's just one sheet. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll tear this off, and I'll cut this off down the side. And that's going to have to dry because you won't see any of the yellow really right now, but all this yellow trim, you're going to see that coming right down there. Once it's dried, I'll take those off. That's kind of pretty. Those yellow, once it's dried, those yellow birds might even want some Nuvo drops or something like that on them. I don't know. Let's see. The vintage patina stuff available. Yes, Gigi, I have not ever brought those out for the sale yet. So I'm going to have all 5. I will go to the downstairs and find out how many I have in stock. There is gray and rust and turquoise and white, which does look really cool on old stuff, and dark blue. And we're going to play with all of those. We're also going to play on Monday with this new Glamour Paste in turquoise and Glamour Paste in ancient pink that I just got, not for you, Fly. Just got them and haven't had a chance to play with them yet. They have a shimmer or a glimmer in them. They do not have sparkle, or what's the stuff? Not sparkle. Wow, this is worse than chemo brain. You know, you sprinkle it on and it makes the big mess. Glitter, the one mess we all hate all over our desk. They don't have glitter in them. They do have a shimmer in them. Okay, my finger is slipping right off of that to pull it up. I did open them, did a couple of swipes just to see what it feels like. Oh my goodness. I've got so much adhesive on my fingers and most of it's dry. Well, all of it's dry. And so it's made them like super slippery because, you know, there's shiny adhesive. There we go. So check this out. It's not like mousse. It can be used in some of the same ways as mousse, but it doesn't do the same thing that mousse does. That's why I only ordered a couple. I wanted to try it out and see, because I just didn't want to load us up with more mousse type of product that, you know, we need to use the ones we've got already. So this is cool. It feels really, really neat. Love the way it feels. And I only have the 2 colors, the turquoise and the ancient pink. And I was messing around with them a little bit. And this is just those 2 colors. Nothing else with them. They could use some other things for highlight or low light, but they're kind of cool. Give these little flowers just a bit more brightness with some of this that's on my finger. That looks cool. There we go. And they dry super fast. Yeah, they were really pretty. Really, really pretty. Ooh, good news. Yeah, don't glow. Tara loves glitter. I do have lots of glitter in stock still. But yeah, these don't have glitter in them. They have a shimmer or glimmer. And so we're going to play with these Monday. If you want to know what they do, and I'll put them through Stencils. I'll put them on Stencils. I'm going to have some other pieces of mold that we can do some different things with, especially with these vintage patina. This gives the aged effect on anything, any surface. There's the turquoise. That is really, really cool looking. Look at that. That's just like that turquoise patina, that green patina look that we always go for. But turquoise, gray, rust. I love the rust. White and dark blue. They all look cool. So I've got some things in molds so that we can do those on them. I'm going to have these 2. I'm going to pull out. I have Glamour Pigment. This is Stamperia's Glamour Pigment. One is turquoise and one is burnt umber. And I don't know what they do either. This is powder. So I'm going to bet that we mix a tiny bit of water with that, but that's going to give us more control. A little bit of water and a brush. That'll be cool. So we'll play with that. And anybody speak Italian? What does the word purpurina mean? There's a gold and a silver purpurina. I've had these for a long time, and I haven't brought them to the sale because I just haven't had or taken time to sit down and play with them and know what they do and how they work. But they're super cool looking. They're a powder. Check that out. Just that little bit of powder. Look at that cool shimmer just put on there. That is not gold. That is an aged bronze. And I believe I have a gold. That's an aged bronze. That's a silver. So there's a gold somewhere. So I'll bring those out too, along with those and those and those. And anything else that kind of falls in that same category, I will bring out. Bring out on Monday. I'm looking to see if there's something right here. Yeah, if there is. Oh, wow, here's another one. I have had this one for a while too and haven't. This one is gold. This is Stamperia. A little powder. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So add water or just use them as the powder glaze. Yeah, very pretty. Small porpoise. One of our tunnels that go into the mobile. Oh, Rivers of Clubs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that's happening all over. Ugh. Yeah, be careful, Gigi. Be ready to run. Oh, Renaissance Festival. Wait a minute. Who's doing a Renaissance Festival? Laura, you've never been to a Ren Fair? Oh, my goodness. It's too bad I don't still live in Arizona. Dawn is super close to, and I lived by where the annual Renaissance Festival is. It's a big deal. It goes on for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. I don't remember now how long it is, but yeah, they set up a whole village out in the desert that was just up from where Dawn and I lived, and Dawn still lives there. Super cool. You could come to Arizona and we could go to the Ren Fair. We have some favorite characters. Look at this, is not rubbing off either. That's cool. So I'm anxious to dig into those a little bit. Of course, I'm rubbing blue on it now and it's changing colors. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of some of the things that we have. Now, they have not all gotten decorated or embellished. They started being decorated just with the rice paper or napkins on them, but these are little images from Savannah. Love this one. I'm going to use like some twine or jute and tie it around it. And I might do that on all the Savannah ones. Who knows? I will probably press them flat just to make them lay nicely. There's our lion. But I like that they stayed open. I put them over glue tubes, glue bottles, so that they wouldn't glue together. Yeah, home of the famous baby back ribs, chilies, and lavender. And there's our Casa Granada one. Okay, this is the only one that we can probably call complete. If I go ahead and put this back on. Go ahead and hang that back on. We can call this one complete. The others are all in process. There we go. So we have a leaf and a piece of doily and some lace and the vintage letters and pomegranates. All right, so we've got that, and we've got this one with the red and white and gold. It's still very wet. That one needs to go over the top of the bottle. We'll put that on Mr. Bearly Art. We've got this one. I love that we can still see her eye, but her eye isn't pink anymore because it's right over the top of the unicorn. The unicorn's mane of pink hair. And here's a rhino from Savannah. Oh, I do like the birds too. They turned out really cool on this gold and white one. I'll trim up the edges on that. Little cluster with the red button to match the red berries. I really like that idea. Thank you, Laura. We did the rooster. He's still drying. I love how that looks like he's on the other side of the fence on the farm. That's very cool looking. What else is over here? The other chilies bag that has the other piece of the lavender napkin on. And this one still drying, and then I'll cut that off. I may have to do something to bring out the yellow in those because that's a lot of blue behind them. But I'm going to do those same birds, same yellow birds on this one. And I'll bet to show up more because it's not as solid blue behind it. So let's take a peek and see what else Glynis has done, because I know she's completed some more. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's beautiful, Glynis. Wow. Love that, the piece of that doily hanging up there with the triangle points. Those are very pretty. I do recognize several of these things. I recognize the trim, and I recognize that, is that a piece of that towel? I might have been a tea towel. I'm not positive what that was, but I think that's a piece of that cut off. And oh, bird fits in there very nicely. Yeah, that's cool. Ooh. 1, 2, 3 of those. Each one of them is different. Either that, or she's trying to decide which one to put on, whether to put that bird on there or this embellishment here. Both of those look pretty. Even without it, looks really pretty. I really like that one. The butterfly one, Glynis. That was really beautiful. This yellow one. This yellow one is stunning. Yellow and black. Yellow and black and white. Maybe what these guys need is a big pop of black on there for the yellow and turquoise and black. So, all right. I will let these dry, maybe do a little bit of something to some of them and get some pictures in the group. Everybody who's going to go make a mess and or not make a mess, just glue some pieces on. Please be sure to post them in the group. We all find it so inspiring to look at everybody else's pictures that you post in the group. And that's why we keep it private, so everybody can be comfortable doing that and not worry that there's any public criticism, because in the group there is never any criticism, because everybody struggles with their own artistry. And I put something on the Happy Paper People Facebook page yesterday, and I would like to read it to you. And if you want it, you go over to the Happy Paper People Facebook page, the public page, and grab it. This came to me via Miss Sylvia Pelicane, and I just thought that we've talked about it before, but it never put it in these words, and this was just so well said. That's why I posted it. It says, people hate their own art because it looks like they made it. They think if they get better, it will stop looking like they made it. A better person made it. But there's no level of skill beyond which you stop being you. You hate the most valuable thing about your art. The link is in the description box to the public page. Click on it, go over to the public page and read that. And think about that. There's a lot of depth in that. But if you hate the things that you make, you're hating the most valuable thing about your art, and that it is different than anybody else's. It is yours. It came from you. You made it. Nobody else, no matter how they tried, could have made it exactly like you. And that's why it's so beautiful, because it is your one of a kind. And we all have that one of a kind. So don't forget that. Just don't forget that. And don't forget that we can evolve and become more proficient and gain greater skills at the things that we do. But whatever we're doing, at whatever stage we're at, it's good. It's enough. And it's beautiful, and it's awesome. And if you can, I think that's part of the walk away and come back and look at it, because if you can train yourself to look away and then come back and look at your art and look at it from somebody else's perspective, you know enough people in Happy Paper People now that you could look at it from one of their perspectives. What would they say to you? And try to start seeing your art as others might see it. And you might gain a new appreciation for your own art. And that's kind of a cool thing, because really it's not much fun to go through life hating your own thing, hating the stuff that you make, because then you always avoid making and put off making, and you know you want to. That's why you're still so involved, and gathering all this stuff, because we really want to. So why should we make it so miserable for ourselves? Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy doing it. Let's enjoy having it. Let's enjoy just the fact that it's there. Art, just to make us happy. Just to make us happy. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. You don't like the one I sending 2 variations. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I don't know which variation I like better, though. I don't. One was plain, or not plain. It didn't have the bird or the little jewelry piece on it. And the other one had the bird. The other one had the jewelry piece. I don't know which of those 3 I like the best. I thought all 3 of them worked, even without anything on it. But so I don't know which one I like the best. But yes, I do like that one as well. Makes me think of a princess birthday party. Oh, the pink mane. Are we doing mass makes of Christmas themed items for July? I don't know. That's a good question. We hadn't thought about that. We probably do need to have a Christmas in July sale, huh? We've purposefully all year pulled out things that had to do with Christmas and set them aside so that we could do one sale that's all Christmas stuff. Christmas paper, Christmas embellishments, ephemera. But that would be fun to do some Christmas themed. Yeah, let's do that. So no matter what we're mass making, we can make it in Christmas theme, right? So let's do it. Let's do it. Tara, I always say I do art for me. If others like it, that's just bonus. Yes, exactly, Tara. That's perfect. You do art for you, and you do it so that it makes you happy. Too many of us spend too much time in our lives doing art with the goal of making somebody else happy, hoping somebody else likes it. The truth is, there are going to be others that like it, no matter how it turns out, whether you like it or not, because we don't all have the same taste. There are going to be people who like it, and there are going to be people that it's not their cup of tea. But here's what I want you to remember. If somebody doesn't care for a piece of art, that doesn't mean they don't care for the artist. If somebody doesn't like the bag that I made, that doesn't mean they don't like me. Okay? I can appreciate the artistry that goes into a lot of things and admire that, but still say that's not a piece of art that I would buy because it's just not my thing. It's not something that would go with my house because it's not my thing. But I can appreciate the artistry. And I love the artist. I absolutely love the artist. Do you see the difference? Let's not tie ourselves to our art and tie our worth to our art so that if somebody says they don't like something, we take it personally, meaning they don't like us. We are not our art, and our art is not us. It is an expression of us for sure. Hi, Toby. The sale after the 20th. I think I probably will have to, Gigi. So yes. Oh, Tara, I'm so glad that you came over for the first time. And if you are not already in Happy Paper People Facebook group, please do click on the link below and go join us over there. Then the key is if you answer all the questions when they pop up, you won't have to wait for somebody to admit you. It'll take you right in. That's the secret key. Also, guys, don't forget, once we close out here, come back into YouTube, and any of the videos that you watch that are here on the Happy Paper People channel, if you leave a comment, please leave a comment. And at the end of that comment or somewhere in that comment, put hashtag 1000 subs, hashtag 1000 SUBS, because we are going to have a promotion coming up that I think is just going to make us jump right to 1,000 subs real fast. And as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to go back and pull every comment that has that in it, hashtag 1000 subs, from all the videos, and give away a large box full of crafty goodness. The box is almost full. I told you that the other day, and I'm actually putting a second one together because this new thought that I had will end up giving away too. So they are going to be awesome. And I'll figure the retail value for you. I'm guaranteed it's going to be at least $100. Those embellishment packs we did for $20 were minimum of $100 retail. So these boxes are probably going to be, $200 to $400, depending on what's in there. So, and I'm not putting multiples of anything in there. I'm trying to have, I'm going through all this stuff in the store, and if there's only 1 or 2 left, I'm taking them out, popping them in there, 1 in each box. So lots of cool goodies going in there that there's not going to be any more of. So no one will hold that. Yeah, that's right. It's just like food, Laura. We sit here and talk about food, and you go, ew, no seafood. And I'm like, Laura, what's wrong with you? I love seafood. Well, Laura doesn't like seafood, but she still likes me. I don't not like Laura because she doesn't like seafood. Well, not yet anyway. Oh, she is in the group. Yay. Okay, Tara, is your last name Cecil in the group? I just haven't seen you. On a comment. So I'm so glad that you popped in here and we got to hang out with you for a little bit, and then maybe we'll get to see you more in the group. And I'm sure that that's my fault. The last 2 weeks I've been out sick. So I will pay attention, and I'm getting back in there a little bit more each day as I'm feeling better and better. So glad to see that. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm glad that we got to do today. I'm sorry that we've had to cancel a couple of things. But this was really awesome. It always uplifts my spirit, no matter how I feel physically. It uplifts my spirit to spend time with you guys. I like Margie, even though she has questionable opinions about lace and flowers and butterflies. Yeah. Oh, no, that's true. All right, guys, thank you so much. Today is Thursday, so I will see you in the group, and then I'll see you back here on Monday at noon Mountain Time for our play with all the Stamperia color, the media. Okay? Have a great weekend.